Hey, what's up, guys? Dave here. So, it's another, I guess, video to the weekly. So, as you can tell, motor's off the table, getting her bolted up. So, I had to order one transmission bolt because I snapped it. They are aluminum. They can be used 2 times, but I broke this one because I didn't see it. Was trying to pry the transmission apart, and I snapped it. So anyway, had to order another one. It's coming from FCP Euro. The other bolts for the timing cover, I went ahead and replaced those. I went to the Audi dealer, picked those up. The reason I ordered the other one from FCP because it's a lot cheaper from them than going to the dealer. So that's what I did there. I'm waiting on that bolt so I can torque this down, so I can get the bell housing torqued. Go ahead and button up the get the motor mount put back in, all that mess. So I can't really put it in until I get the transmission bolt in. So if not, I'll just be in my own way. So that's where I'm at with that. What else I did in the meantime? So we'll go out. I have bought this Volvo. It's absolutely beautiful, except for this. So I did buy it at an auction with the goal of rebuilding it, make a little profit off of. So the issue is there's none in any junkyard near me. So with that said, pricing everything through eBay and vehicle dismantlers and stuff like that, they really want a lot for a lot of their parts. So what was going to be a quick little $1,000 turnaround using parts from a junkyard are now going to be, $2,000+ for repairs. So what I'm going to do, let me get away from this sun here. So what I plan on doing with this car, I found another one at an auction. So I'm going to buy another one at another insurance auction, and I found one. It's crashed in the rear. That one I'm going to buy, and I'm going to repair this one, and then I'm going to part out what's left of the other one. Now this one's a 2-wheel drive. It's got a 3.2 straight 6 in it. The one I'm picking up is it's the turbo 6-cylinder, all-wheel drive. So I'll have a lot of parts to hopefully try and resell, try to recoup some money on that car. But it's cheaper for me to buy a whole nother car to fix than to source parts through dismantlers. So I'm just going to buy my own and dismantle it and go that route. So yeah, that's my goal with that. So let's run down here. Let's check the mailbox, see if that bolt came in. We'll get a little bit of, start getting some repairs done. So just ride with me. All right, so let's head down here. Let's check the mailbox real quick. And oh, please be here. No, not here yet. This is yesterday's mail. All junk mail. Alright, we'll try again later. I don't know about you guys, but I really need like a camera person to, if anybody in the Middle Tennessee area wants to, I don't know, come hold a phone for me, that'd be great. Anyway, this is so Audi is weird. All right, so here's our transmission. I wouldn't say weird, but this software you can get off their website. or not software, but the repair manual. You can pay for like 1 day access. You can pay for, I think for 1 day access is like $35. You can go in and literally print everything you ever needed in that 1 day. Now, when I say print, I don't mean paper. You can print to PDF. Is what I did. So I have every single page of repair manual, from bodywork to suspension to interior to motor, drivetrain, everything printed to PDF, because you can't save their PDF. Actually, I couldn't even get their PDF to work. But once I opened it and just hit print to PDF, then I could actually open it and view it. And then I've just been going through and just printing the pages that I need. So it shows here, like these transmission bolts, for example. Now this is the only steel bolt on the housing, and it goes through the starter. Now the other starter bolt is aluminum. Aluminum bolts may be used 2 times. Refer to page 44. We're on page 44. Anyway, aluminum bolts 2 through 11, which is all these, may be used twice. Therefore, the bolts must be marked with 2 notches, an X, made by chisel after they've been used the first time. So, I'm not going to chisel them, but I will mark them with a red paint marker or a red Sharpie or something, just for me, even though I know I've done it, but, makes me feel better, following the rules. So, that's pretty much all I need. It's got torque specs. So there was one on the, I probably already talked about it, but the one I broke because it called for an insane spec. And then this one is the torque converter bolts, right? Now these are steel, but for some reason, if you look at number 5, 60 Newton meters, always replace after removing, which I get. They're torque to yield, but I mean, come on now. There's 6 of them. There's 6 torque converter bolts. I don't think it's coming loose. So, I'm not replacing those. I did replace the ones on the back of the timing cover. Only replaced the 6 mil ones because I didn't trust those at all. But the 6 mils I redid. The flywheel bolts I actually replaced. Because they are I think they torque to, I think it was 60 Newton meters. It may have been 60 Newton meters plus 90 degree turn. And there's 10 of them. Those bolts were almost $5 a piece. So I am not replacing any more bolts. Like, I probably didn't really need to replace the flywheel bolts. But I did just for my sanity. These I'm not going to. I mean, there's 6 on there. If there was 4 or 3, I would change them, but there's 6 of them. And this thing isn't making 1,000 horsepower, 550 at the most, so yeah, that's where I'm at on that. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get a little bit of work, little bit of video of working on this thing. But I really need this bolt. I need USPS to come through. They're usually here already, but the problem is I saw that it was out for delivery at almost 10 o'clock this morning, which tells me my delivery driver, or my mailman, is got a late start this morning. Now it says it's not going to be here. It's going to be here between 11 and like 2:15 or something. Well, it's 12 o'clock now. It's really putting me behind because I wanted this motor in today and running. So it's kind of put me behind, but I did get some parts. I got some more stuff I need. I got some brake fluid. Got that good old liquid moly brake fluid. So this is what I'm putting. This is what I'm going to replace it all with, because I did remove the brake hoses off the calipers, because I was going to flush the fluid anyway. So that's what I got. This is what I used the last flush I did, and the flush I did on my previous Volvo I had. It's, I don't know, it's comparable to the liquid moly. So that's just what I'm just gonna go with the liquid moly. And you can see my mess I have here, because I really need to work on organizing, because oh my god. During working on the Volvo, I've also worked on a couple of buddies' vehicles. So I did a brake job on a Jeep. I did some more work on my little nephew's truck. Did a tire job for another friend, and I just kind of, the tools I had scattered around, kind of with the Audi, with the bolts that I needed, all the sockets, everything, I've had to rob those, and now I had just like, I mean, that's another thing. If you have a VW Audi, you need triple square. So I actually have two different sets of these. I have these little short stubby ones, and then I have the longer ones. Yeah, these are the aluminum bolts that I replaced. Little 6 mil, and these are stretched also. Well, I don't know if I explained what happened. So the timing cover, when I put it on the back of the motor, it takes 12 of these. It takes 12 of these, 8 millimeters, and a 10 millimeter. Oh, and some longer 6 mil or 8 mil, whatever. So what had happened was, you can't see it now, it's covered up, but the big bolt, I had everything torqued down, everything was good to go, and I was getting everything buttoned up, and I hear a pop, and I hear obviously the sound of aluminum, because it's the really hollow sound, hit something metal. And I freaked out, because I'm thinking a bolt just broke behind the timing cover. So I was like, shit. So I was like, I got to check it. So I start zipping all these after I've already had these all torqued down. Excuse my language. I popped them off and zipped them out. And as I'm going around, I see that the 10 mil bolt broke, because it has some stupid amount of torque. You torque it to, I think it's 20 Newton meters. Then you have to go 180 degrees to stretch it. It's already been stretched, but I only took it to about 90 degrees because it was tight. It snapped, and the head actually hit the back of the starter and made that dreaded sound I heard. So I saw that, and I was like, crap. Well, let me try to put these bolts back in. So I put them back in, and the first one I even tried to get tight, it just snapped. So of course I had to drill and use the easy out, get it out, which is this one. Stupid light. So it just snapped. And so I was like, crap. So I just went to the dealer. Dealer had to order them. The dealer had them. They said, we can get them here tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I believe you. Yeah, first thing in the morning. No kidding. They called me at like maybe 30 minutes after they opened and said that my bolts were there. Score. So I ran out there, picked them up, picked up the new 10 mil, all new 6 mils. Yeah, so that's kind of what I did there. Yeah, fun stuff. And y'all, that's boxes from the wheels I did, and that's another tire job I did on Sunday. So I bought these, of course it's a wreck too. I bought these Mayflower tire changer and balancer. These things are awesome. Well, oh, you know what? We need to get, I guess I can go ahead and throw the bolts back in this drive shaft. So, that's the wheel bearing I changed. So, if you've ever been underneath an Audi, don't mind my little exhaust tie up there. So, when I would drop the motor in training, I was just going to drop the drive shaft with it. So I pulled all the bolts out. And that is impossible to separate. Oh my God, I whacked it with chisels and everything you can think of to get that separated. That's absolutely insane. It would not come apart. So I was just like, screw it. Like I even had, let's say I have the carrier bearing kind of sitting there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the carrier bearing back down when I get the car low to the ground. And then slide the transmission, motor and transmission into the drive shaft and then set the car down. Because this will not come apart. And I hear the horror stories because every CV on this is that same flange. Well, yeah, well, it's covered up, but you take my word on it. Has the crazy flange on it that does not, it's like impossible to separate. So that's where I'm at on that. This car, so a lot of people are scared to work on these. Oh, it's German, it's scary, it's got hoses and lines, and guys, this is I'm pretty sure it's going to go back together a hell of a lot easier than it came out. Because when it came out, I was trying to figure out what I need to disconnect and what I didn't. And what I found is, instead of disconnecting all the wires up here, because believe it or not, Audi actually wants you to disconnect all kind of wires up here. It was easier for me to just pull them, just to disconnect them all off the motor and just pull them up. That was a lot easier. There's one wire that goes to the starter and alternator that I left, which is this one, because with the motor mount and everything on, you can't access it to disconnect it. So it was easier for me to just disconnect the ground strapping here. There's ground strapping, and then basically where it attaches at the power block under the cowl, and then it just had a couple little clips stuff just holding it to the body of the car. So it was just easy for me to just pop all that than to try and fight getting it off down there. But anyway, that's where I'm at on that. All right, so I was looking up torque spec. Our bolt showed up, in this great big old box. Let's just crack this thing open. Not gonna lie, this is kind of funny. Big old box for this one thing here. Paper. All right, here it is. Voila! One aluminum bolt. This was in this. Don't care, they got it to me fast. That's all I needed. Thank you, FCP Euro. Not sponsored, by the way. This is who I use. So this bolt goes right there. So it actually goes through the timing cover portion of the rear motor to the bell housing, and not actually through the actual motor block to the bell housing. Weird. But anyway, that's why it's so clean, because I clean the timing cover real good. So that's why it looks like that. But anyway, that's where that goes. And with the motor mount in right here, it's almost inaccessible with the you got your rack and pinion, transmission lines, starter, alternator, all that mess. So I'm gonna throw this in real quick and we'll get back to torquing. All right, we're gonna lower this down enough where I can get the tail shaft into the drive shaft, and then I'm gonna push it back. Once it gets in there, I'm gonna lower it down the rest of the way and throw the bolts in the, what do you want to call it, subframe. Got me a cameraman. I only had to bribe her with $10. Anyway, come. All right, show. Maybe not so close. There you go. Try to get me in the motor. Okay. So right now we're lowering the car. Got the drive shaft hooked up. Now I'm just gonna drop the body and let y'all watch. Let me know if anything fits.
Okay.
All right, and I think what I'm gonna do here before I get too far I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of these cables through. That's our goes to our transmission right there. So this has got to go down. Start feeding in some of these. Plug in the oxygen sensors. Plug in behind all here. That's for this bank. This is going to go down the back. Just going to drape that down there. All right, these. Anyway, figure those out when we get there. All right. So I'm going to pull the supercharger back off so I can access down below it. This is easier that way. How you doing, camera woman? You can talk.
I'm scared I'm gonna drop it. This thing's really heavy. This power bank.
You got a pocket you can throw it in?
Oh, I do. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, much better. Anyways.
All right. Sorry, my phone died, so I had to. Here, let me help you out here. You kind of.
Yeah, not bend the cord.
A little bit more room there too. All right.
Intermission.
So let's pull.
Where's he going?
All right, if you're not using something to lift the supercharger off, this is usually the best thing to use. Put you a couple of extensions in there. Plastic lines out of the way there. Just like that. All right, now I got access to our oxygen sensor, plugs, all the other goodies here. So we'll go ahead and get these plugged in because it's almost impossible to do once everything else is in the way. All right, oxygen sensors. All right, there's that. Okay, there's that. All this goes throttle body. All those other goodies. Not sure. Oh, oil pressure sensor. Sending unit. Right. Here somewhere. Maybe.
Down there? Somewhere?
Down. I knew I should have looked at that before, but I believe one of these is to the sending unit, or the oil sender. Oh, holy cow, I almost forgot. There's one plug. This comes off our heater core. So this actually slides right on this bracket down here.
Gosh.
Just like that. Then this is going to plug in the back of this cooling pipe right here. Just hear a nice click, maybe. And there's our click. And then this is going to plug into our heater core right here. And get that other hose. This is what plugs in down here. Glad I found that. Are you dancing? Oh Lord. Age of TikTok kids, man, I'm telling you.
I'm not on TikTok actually.
Well, I know, but you're weird kids and y'all's little dances.
Well, I'm bad at dancing, so
I know.
I'm not one of the TikTok kids.
Oh. Okay. These go to oxygen sensors. This was just the connectors for the wiring harness. See, I confused myself. Oh, let me grab my light because I shouldn't have plugged those in yet. I can see clearly now.
Stop.
Okay. Greatness God. Okay, so. Okay, that was connected. And it goes here. That's connected. Move to this side. We have. There we go. There's that one.
The click.
Click. It's so satisfying, isn't it? This connector is in a weird place in this bracket. And actually, to get them disconnected, I had to actually slide the clips out of the bracket, which I think I just got it. I can hear a snap though. Oh,
There's
that
a
it?
snap.
Was that the snap or did I break the clip?
No, we got our luck.
So I tell you what, I don't want to have to
Buy a new one?
come back to that if it's not plugged in all the way. I think I'm. Oh, there it is. Excellent.
Didn't break it?
There's that one. All right, I think that's all of them behind the motor. Just make sure I got everything here. There's that, that. Oh, right there. All right. I think that's it. Okay.
Just down.
Hook up the heater core. Okay, that's plugged in. So I'm trying to get the strut, top of the strut, into the bucket here. I need push back just a little. Maybe. Pretty good. All right, there's that one. That one. So we'll get these two in on both sides. So we'll have 4 bolts, and we'll raise the whole thing up and put the rest on.
Ow.
How you doing, kiddo?
Not good. I just hit my shin on the thing.
I'm sitting on the locks. All right.
Don't trip yourself.
All right, let's go to our rack and pinion. And we have steering.
Oh, yay. It's a big part.
Okay, let's get these bolts in before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
That's what fell. Hands are cold.
Your hands are cold.
Oh, crap.
Can you grab some of these tools?
No.
There's heat in the tools.
Well,
You don't blame me? You want to feel it?
no, no, thank you.
Watch those.
do it.
All right. So what I want to do now, I'm going to change this transmission mount while I got it. Just carry it up here. Not sagging. Guess what?
We're done?
I mean, I'm done. I don't know about you, but
Oh, okay.
hey. Thank you, camera woman. Anyway, that was me. Just showing you this part. This is the easy part. It actually went together a lot faster than it came apart because I think it took me 7 hours to get everything out. Of course, that included taking the front end off, but that's. I spent more time trying to figure out what wires I could leave and which ones I could get rid of, as far as with the wiring harness, what I was leaving on the. So, anyway, I'm gonna finish buttoning this up, and yeah. You got anything to say?
$25.
Highway robbery, girl.
You made me out here for 40 minutes and you said it would be 15.
Well, anyway, my kid's robbing my bank account, so I'm gonna have to keep making videos now. All right, thank you. See you.